Welcome back to the cave. Last video I did, I showcased a lot of the hook baits I have, but I forgot to get in depth about one of my favorite hook baits, which is just a single piece of artificial corn. Now you might ask yourself, what's he doing with all them boilies and how can he find enough time to use them all? Well, there isn't enough time in a season to use them all. But what I do is I spread a lot of them around and I give some to friends and I ask them to try them. And then maybe 6 months down the road, someone will come up to me and say, remember them boilies you gave me? They're working great. So now that's the cue for me to keep using them and maybe order a couple more tubs. So again, you might think that all my hoarding and boilie collecting and everything else is excessive. But you know what? I got a feeling I'm not the only one. I got a feeling there's a lot of guys out there that do the same thing I do. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. At least we got something to show for it. So, back to what I want to showcase today, and that is the single artificial corn. Don't always have to be single. I know guys that use the doubles. I know guys that use a triple stack. They're all good. They're all catching fish. Let's go over a couple brands that I have. Of course, Corda. They are a good, well-established company, and they do make a lot of good stuff. But one of my first ones were the Big Buoyant Baits by ESP. They got a variety of sizes. They've been around the longest that I can remember as far as when it comes to fake corn. And we used to buy them so we can complement our real corn stacks. And then, I've been through this before where we put them with boilies and they also worked well. And not until I started using them alone without real bait did I realize the pulling power they had and what a great bait they are. So yeah, the ESPs are good. And the ESPs come out with their double stack ones. Great little bait. Great little bait. They make them in different colors. The pinks and the whites, I don't use them that much, even though I'm not saying they don't work. I'm just saying I don't use them that much because I'm trying to match the hatch with the corn that I'm throwing out. That being said, when we started using this Citrus Zinger by Corda, it's got something on some days. It's working better than the yellow. And then, in the old days, we had the Tutti Frutti, which made a good accent, and again, it was a good bait. Enterprise Tackle. Seems like they've got everything covered when it comes to plastic corn. And they have all the sizes. Just like the Corda. They got the pop-up and the slow-sinking maize, which is the bigger one, and which imitates your cow corn. And then they have the sweet corn size, which will imitate your sweet corn. So that's the difference between the two. There's the sweet corn size, and then there's the maize size. Now myself, I do like the bigger one, but that being said, years ago I had bought some Enterprise Tackle middies, which is the medium size, and the minis. Well, you know what? I've hit on the midi on a number 8 hook with just a single one. Now, if I had a favorite amongst all of these, it would be the Enterprise Tackle, the mega size, which is a little bigger than your regular ones. It has a little recess inside there. I'm not quite sure where they were going with that. I've seen myself put a little split shot on my hair and stuck it in there, and I made it into a slow sinking. But just by itself, it's a great bait. Now, Corda come up with artificial dumbbells. Again, good little bait. I remember some days hitting very well on that. So now it makes me second guess all the real flavored baits that I have and pop-ups and everything else. Does it really make a difference? Well, we'll leave it at that. All right, so back to Enterprise Tackle. They make all the different colors you want. They also have the whites. These are pineapple flavored, sponsored by Frank Warwick. Frank Warwick, good guy, very innovative. He's been at it for a long time. If it's good for him, it's good for me. Enterprise Tackle also have like the chartreuse kind of fluorescent Cornish color. It's a good color. It works. I've taken different whitish ones and orange ones and pink ones, and I've soaked them in almond flavored Cortagout, the pink. Good bait, especially in the wintertime. Again, cold water period, almond flavor. I love that in the winter. Now, I also glug them all myself. I've got all kinds of them soaking in Essential IB. I hear that stands for Irresistible Bastard. It sounds good to me. I've got some in Wonderberry. I've got some in Buttercorn, Strawberry, Tutti Frutti. They're all good. They're all good. And then, well, I've got some little tubs that I've been soaking in Pineapple Banana. Some of them, they might be close to 10 years old. They're always good. They go a long way. Now I need 2 tubs. I need the tubs for the pop-up maize, the pop-up corn, and now I need one for the slow sinking, which is a wafter, which is going, everything I'm doing is going wafter. So there you go. Now I've got 2 tubs, slow sinking and pop-up. I had to separate them because I couldn't tell the difference just by looking at them. So there you go. These I keep with me all the time. They're glugging forever, and when I put one on, I know sooner or later it's going to work. So, just an example on the rigs that I'm putting them on. This is a stiff boom, soft loop. It's made into a multi. Now some people rig them that way, but I don't. I picture when that maize that I'm chumming with is hitting the bottom, it's sitting flat. So that's how I rig them. I rig them flat on my hair, and I'm envisioning when a carp looks down, he sees a flat piece of corn. He picks it up. Again, triple corn stacked. So now this is a double with a little citrus orange zinger on the top. Good little bait. And then, well, that pops up quite a bit, very buoyant. So I had to put a little bit of a weight on my little chod link there. And now, well, I guess you can call that a hinge stiff rig. And I'm picturing it sitting like this on the bottom. So there you go. Can't go wrong. So that pretty well covers one of my favorite baits, if not the all-time favorite. When worse comes to worse, I can put all my confidence in a single piece of fake corn. And I know it's matching the hatch, and I know the carp are picking up that chum corn one little piece at a time. And I know that when he picks up my hook bait, all he's got left in his mouth is a big hook. And that's the way I like it. So, again, thanks for letting me share this with you. Tight line, and hope you get lucky.